is February, which is really crazy to think that we're already through the first month of 2024. And I kind of wanted to just sit down and kind of try to plan out a few goals for this month. When I think of setting goals, it normally kind of stresses me out simply because I've done this so many times and it just doesn't seem to work for me. I can set very ambitious goals, sometimes even just ones that sound really neat, but in all reality aren't very practical for my life, or I just know I'm probably not going to feel motivated to do them when it comes right down to it. So when that's the continual cycle of setting goals, it makes me not even want to do it, and so I don't, and then we don't really push ourselves that much. So I kind of came up with a little bit of a new method for myself that's actually kind of been working. I talked about it on my first video this year, and I'll have it linked down below. It's kind of just about not feeling inspired and what I'm doing to kind of help to inspire me again to be motivated. I will link that video down below so that you can watch it if you haven't already, but I'm also going to get into these points today as well. So I had 4 different points that I went over, and I want to incorporate them just monthly. I think that these points could be incorporated yearly, daily, weekly, and monthly like I'm doing. I've thought about even you could switch them out. Just think about some things that you really want to prioritize. I've thought maybe at some point I will add in like financial goals or marriage goals, or just, switch a few out, but I'm sticking to the ones that I created at the beginning of the year for now. And I thought I would go over them and just share with you the goals and milestones that I'm setting for myself this month. So one thing I like about this is I just have 4 different categories, and I can make them really just realistic for myself. I really have to sit and think, like, what are things that I really want to push myself to grow in, but I know that they're very attainable. And so it just takes one little step at a time. Let me get into the things that I have set for February, and I'm really excited. It makes me get really excited about the month just to think about all that I can do, all the fun things that I can experience. So the first point is, what have I been procrastinating on that I could focus on? So I actually have 2 for these. They're kind of different. First of all is one that is kind of gross, but it is giving my fridge a deep clean. Now I know this is probably something that a lot of you guys do like weekly, and it is literally my least favorite chore, and I just put it off and put it off, and I have not fully cleaned out my fridge in months. Yeah, it's kind of disgusting. And every time I open it, I'll try to kind of get containers that I see that, might have some expired food in it, but I'm quite frankly kind of scared to go through my fridge. It's just a disgusting chore to me, especially when I put it off for so long. But that's one that is, I think, attainable because it's really just gonna take at most like 30 minutes out of my day to clear everything out, throw away any expired food, and just wipe down the shelves and everything. The second thing that I have is to get all of my tax things done. So this isn't something I've necessarily been procrastinating on this year, but it's something that I know that I could potentially procrastinate on. All of the past years when I've done taxes, I tend to wait till the very last minute, and then it's kind of stressful, so I want to try to do it in February and get it knocked out really quick. I also have some things I have to finish up from last year because unfortunately there were some tax things that weren't done properly, and it all just sounds extremely not fun, but it's one that I really want to be able to put behind me, know that I have all of the tax things done from last year and this year by the end of the month. The second point that I have is, what is one way that I can connect with the Lord this month? So my goal for February is to listen to sermons and faith-based podcasts, like on days that I listen to podcasts, incorporating more of that type of content instead of just more entertainment. I'm a firm believer that what goes in is also what's going to come out, and I've just been thinking a lot about the things that I'm intaking, and although some of those things that aren't super faith-based aren't always wrong. I just want to make sure that I am feeding myself spiritually more than I'm just entertaining myself. The first podcast that I've really been enjoying, which is more on the side of sermons and different talks, is Daily Thunder by Eric Ludy and Nathan Johnson. They have sermons and they also have some like history lessons, like history series. Right now I'm listening to one about Teddy Roosevelt. It's kind of fun because you're learning history, and I'm learning a lot of things about Teddy Roosevelt's life that I didn't even know, but they're incorporating like spiritual lessons that we can learn from his life, and it's just really, really good. He has a lot of other series. There was like a World War II series. That's one that I listened to. Another one is more of like conversation, which is As For Me and My House. They've done a couple different series and just a lot of really good conversations just about your daily walk with the Lord and practical ways to live out our faith. And I've just felt really inspired by them. I would definitely be interested to hear what some of you guys' favorite podcasts are and all of your recommendations. So if you want to, you could leave a comment down below and let me know what you're listening to. The next thing, which is super important just to kind of get excited about the month, is what is one fun thing that I can do? I think especially during February and the winter months, it can be hard to find a lot of super fun things to do, but I think it's important to have things that you're looking forward to. It makes me more excited about my goals to know that I also have a goal to do something really fun and exciting. And this month is pretty easy for me because we've had something planned for the past like almost year. This month we are finally doing it. Keegan and I are going on a cruise. Never done this before. I'm really excited. It's a Caribbean cruise, so I get to kind of escape the winter and get some sunshine. So I have something I'm really looking forward to this month. So it was pretty easy for me to find something that I'm looking forward to. So not a goal, but something to just really get me excited about February. Lastly, one way that I can be creative. I want to focus on creating my garden and landscape plan. This is Keegan and I's first year at a house. We lived in an apartment before, so we never had like a backyard or garden, any of that kind of thing. I've looked forward to this for so long. We moved in the summer, so I did a little bit of gardening and a tiny bit of landscaping, but really not much. I want to, before spring comes, come up with kind of a plan for how I want my garden to be, maybe order some seeds, and also think about how I want to landscape my front and backyard. They both kind of need a bit of work and things added to them. And I know that next month is going to be March and we're going to be entering spring, which is really exciting, but it's going to come really quick. So I think now is a really good time to have things maybe ordered and just have a bit of a plan so that when spring does come, I'm not just rushing to get things and then maybe it not turning out the way that I want it to. So since it's my first year to officially like have a garden, first time to kind of really landscape, I want to do some research, see what's going to grow the best and that sort of thing. So those were my 4 main goals from my 4 points. I do have one other little milestone that I want to reach that doesn't really go along with these, but it's for my YouTube channel. So in February, that is going to mark 2 years of doing YouTube, which is super exciting to me. I don't know, it's been so fun. It's been so much more fulfilling than I could have ever imagined. It's pushed me in a lot of ways and it's taught me a lot of discipline, and it's just been a really, really fun area to learn in and a good creative outlet for me. And one goal that I want to have for 2 years on YouTube is to reach 1,000 subscribers this month. I don't know if that's attainable. I'm actually pretty close. I think it would be really exciting to celebrate 2 years by hitting 1,000. It would be a really huge milestone for me. So if you're not subscribed already, it would really mean a lot if you did. Tell your friends. It honestly is such a great way to support my channel. But anyways, enough self-promotion. I want to edit my YouTube video that's actually coming out tomorrow, so I need to spend a little bit of time on that and then do a little bit of cleaning around my house. Okay, I need to get started on dinner prep. I am making sloppy joes tonight, and I want to make some homemade dinner rolls to eat them on, just to make something that's kind of boring a little more fun, a little more gourmet, better tasting. I'm not really gonna do anything crazy with them. My sourdough starter is not active. I would probably normally try to make a sourdough one, but it's been in the fridge and I need to get it back out to get my sourdough going again. So I'm just gonna do a simple, easy recipe with all-purpose flour, your regular recipe. Them into very nice balls, so they're probably not going to be very pretty, but I'm excited to see how they taste. Something kind of fun and creative that I've been doing, well, I did last month, is watercoloring a little calendar to put on our fridge. It's kind of a fun way to use your art and get creative, get artistic. Last month I did one that was a little bit wintry themed for January. This month, I don't know if I'll do something kind of romantic or Valentine's themed. I might look up some inspiration on Pinterest, but a nice way to, in the evening, just kind of winding down and doing a little bit of artwork.